Hey, what's going on? Joseph Gonzalez here. I was talking to you, Ricky, about growing your guys' spray foam business. You're looking to get more leads, more jobs in your area. And my first suggestion is, without doing any homework, was SEO. That's what I do the most, search engine optimization. And I recommend getting a website and getting on a search engine optimization, but obviously I wanted to do some homework on this, and I'm really glad I did. This is kind of what I found. So just real quick, SEO explained is you optimize your website to show up high in search results when somebody searches for, spray foam, or whatever your targeted city is, which obviously you have to target a certain area since your address is kind of the major hub for SEO. It's your address as you're going to be pulling in. So kind of what I do when I do an SEO project is I go into a city that I think is really awesome. And what I mean by awesome is not this. Dayton is losing population like crazy. They've lost seriously about over a third of their population in the last 15 years. So I would really have a hard time recommending SEO for Dayton. Now, Columbus, I would feel comfortable about going into Columbus. I'll get to this later, but I'm not quite recommending this. But I would feel comfortable doing SEO in Columbus because the population is going up. I don't know why, but every single time I've done business in a city where the population looks like this, like Cincinnati, I've had very terrible results. I just haven't had good results. The population or the leads that came in were kind of real junk. Everybody was trying to Jew them down, cheap them out, and nobody had any money. For sure, the business owners, every time we ran ads for business owners, it's been really terrible. The business owners just simply do not have money, and they're really short on cash and time unless you're in the top 1%. Now, like I said, Columbus, this is why I've got Columbus spray foam pulled up, is because this is what I feel that I would feel the most comfortable with in the SEO field. It's fair amount of competition, but not just crazy. So an SEO plan here, honestly, I would not do it since it's an 800 population, I would not do it for under 500 a month. But I've got a better solution I'd like to offer you. Setting SEO aside, when you look up here, there is a series of ads being ran, and this is called Google AdWords. The ads that are being ran are actually, this is pretty low competition. When I search Columbus, Ohio spray foam, it might not even pull any ads. It's not even pulling any ads for Columbus, Ohio spray foam. So what that means is there's probably not a really high bid per click. We could have there's only 3 ads coming up. None of them say Columbus, Ohio spray foam. So that means these guys' ads are being pulled in a little off relevancy. So what that means is they're probably not paying same amount as if you would search for Columbus, Ohio dentist or something. That would be huge. That'd probably be $80 per lead. Upwards of $80 per lead. So I'm just kind of putting it in perspective here. I think we could actually get a pretty cheap cost per lead by running Google AdWords. The pros of doing that is we could also then run AdWords simultaneously in Columbus, Cincinnati, and Dayton. Then we could get a really clear idea of, and actually we could run an ad that just has a 30-mile circle from your guys' place. I would recommend doing that from all the same time. I would recommend doing a 2-week trial, have an ad going in each Columbus, Dayton, Cincinnati, and I honestly don't think it'll just be a total lead storm. We could be surprised, all of a sudden get 10 leads the first day, which would be super awesome. But what we would do is in that 2 weeks, I would want to have a good budget to work with. I don't want to be have a small cap, and we would be struggling to get accurate results per lead. And we run that for 2 weeks, see what kind of leads we got, see the quality of the leads, what the best geographic area would be, like whether Cincinnati, Dayton, or maybe just right around your guys' place, which this is a lot of gray, bro. I don't know. I don't know what kind of people are going to be wanting spray foam, which I'm sure there would be. They might not be searching online. So that's what I've had. I've had a lot of poor results out in rural areas, unless you run a very, very large spectrum search, which is what I would do. So like I said, let's do a 2-week trial. If you want to do this, no pressure. But if you'd want to go ahead and do this, I'd run a 2-week trial. I'd run an ad in Dayton, an ad in Cincinnati, and an ad in Columbus, and an ad locally right where you're at. See what kind of cost per lead we could get. We could have a very low cost per lead, which obviously at that point we'd know that this is a really good buy. Or we could, be spending $100 per day and not get any leads, which that's why I would recommend a trial. I do not pursue Google AdWords without a 2-week trial. What would happen? We talked about a website. What would happen when you click on an ad is it takes you to a landing page. As you can see, this is not homeadvisor.com. It takes you to a landing page. Now, I've got a fully integrated landing page software that I can attach to this, no charge. A landing page is something that looks like this. This is a really, really simple one. This is a realtor I'm working with in Atwater, and he just basically runs ads and lands names and emails. You could have something about spray foam. Obviously, we put together something for spray foam. Something real simple. It's not a full website. It's just a simple landing page that you can capture leads from, or have a big call button. Obviously, we'll have a big phone number up here somewhere. So anyways, that's what I would recommend doing. My proposal for this is, for this 2 weeks, I would want to have a good budget to work with. I want to have enough wiggle room that I could put a good amount per day. And this is how Google works. If you put a $200 a day budget, if there's only 3 people that click on your ad, it's only going to charge you $17 or whatever the cost per click is. So my proposal is I want to have at least a $1,500 budget for 2 weeks. And we could only use 40%, we could use 80%, but we would have a really good idea of the amount of leads that come in. Now, if we start running it and we get like an insane amount of leads, obviously we would pull an ad in a location or lower the budget per day. That is also the pro over SEO. I wanted to mention this too. Going into SEO, it's kind of a long-term investment. You might not get any leads for 2 months, or you might get a lead or two, but not, if you're paying $500 a month for SEO and you don't get any leads for 3 months, and all of a sudden you get a couple come in, and then finally, you get a couple calls a day after a couple months. That's kind of it's hard to get excited about that, because maybe you get super busy. That SEO is still, that investment is still there. It's not like a, kind of a pause thing you can pause. Now the ads you can pause. At any time, you guys get super busy, you could hit pause on this. This is kind of what I could see happening if you want to go forward with this. We run the 2-week trial. We get a really clear assessment on how much it cost us to get one good phone call. We could see how much money you made off that. You guys would want to figure this out. Figure out how much money you made off that. Figure out how much it cost to get that lead. And you can get a good idea what your ROI is, what your return on investment is. And then at the end of 2 weeks, we'd reassess, see what a general cost is per lead, and then we can use that to move forward. Instead of doing so many dollars per month or per week, what we could do is, you guys want 10 leads in this week. We have a established cost per lead, and basically you pay only when leads come in. A little bit like HomeAdvisor is doing, but this is obviously 100 times better, because it's going straight to you. You're not bidding against other people, and they click on an ad that says Spray Foam Innovations. They go to a landing page that says Spray Foam Innovations, and then they call a guy that says, "Hello, this is Dipwad from Spray Foam Innovations." So it's a way more professional. You click on HomeAdvisor, and they're sending you to about five other guys. I believe it is 5 actually, which is actually pretty conservative. Lots of times they have like 6 going on up here. So you guys are 1 out of 5. And here, I would recommend this. And I don't know what our cost per lead is. I would guess you could get it for about $30 maybe, $30-$40 per lead, which I'm sure is going to be a little higher than Home Advisor in Ohio. I don't know for sure. I know in California, Home Advisor is like $80 per lead for, you know, roofing or electricians. That's what I know for sure. That's about what they cost. So, okay, I think I went on long enough. I think I gave you something to think about. Definitely let me know if you have any questions. Definitely hit me up. All right. Thanks a lot.